Hello, today's video will look at questions. We're going to look at questions in the two present tenses. So this first question here is, what do you do? And it's a question in the present simple we talk about every day. The other question, what are you doing, is in the present continuous. We're talking about now. So remember that we're always looking at the difference here when we're talking about these two tenses, the simple and the continuous. The difference is the difference between every day and usually and often. And that's for the simple. And then the continuous, the ing, the ing, is now, right now, at this moment. So this is what we'll be looking at, the simple and the continuous and how to make questions. So for example, let's look at an example. So this is Martha. This is Martha. She is a nurse. Every day, she helps patients and gives injections. So, of course, when we're talking about every day, we have to use the simple. And because it's she, we need the S. Don't forget the S. So that's every day. But now, Martha is swimming in the pool. Is swimming. So when we're talking about now, we have to use the ing. At this moment. Every day she helps, now she is swimming. So let's look at how to make the questions. This is just a repeat of this. So every day she helps, now she is swimming. So let's look at how to make the questions. What does Martha do every day? So here we're using does. What does she do? Every day she helps patients. So the present simple question, this question that we use for talking about every day, usually, normally, we need do or does, he or she or he, and then the verb, just the normal verb. Do or go or eat or help, no S, no ing, no nothing. But if we talk about the ing, what is she doing now? She is swimming. She is swimming. So this is the continuous question. So here we have is or are's first, then she or he, and then the verb ing. So the questions again. What does she do every day? What does Martha do every day? What is she doing now? So let's look at some practice. This is Mike. Mike is a bus driver. So the question. We want to ask a question about Mike using every day. So what is the question? Well, when we talk about every day, we're talking about the present simple. So we need does in the question. So what does he, or we can say Mike, and then the simple form of the verb. What does he do? What does he do every day? And the answer. What does he do every day? He drives. The simple present, remember, we have he, we need the S. So that's the answer. Now let's look about now. We want to ask, this is still Mike. Hasn't changed, it's the same man, there's Mike. There's Mike, we can't see him, but that's Mike. So we want to ask a question about now. So when we're talking about now, of course, we need the ing. We also need is. What is he doing now? So that's the question here. And the answer is he is reading. Again, what does he do every day? What is he doing now? Let's do some more practice. This is Mary. She is a cleaner. So we want to ask a question. Every day. What word do we need? We're talking about every day. Again, it's does. What does she do? We're always using do in all of these questions. What does she do every day? So what does she do? She's a cleaner. What's the answer? She cleans. That's all. Again, simple. Every day is the simple, no ing. Now we're asking about now. So we have to make the question. So how do we make the question for now, right this minute? What is she? And then if it's now, we need the ing. We need the ing. We have to have the ing. ing. This is Helen. Helen is a waitress. Doing the same thing again. So we're going to come back to this. I'm going to let you think about it for a second. What something something every day. So every day, how do we make the question? And the next question then, you can see the picture. Now, what's the question for now? So I'll let you think about it for 1 second. We'll come back to it. We also have questions for, so here we're using he and she, but we can also use you in the question. So this is going to be your homework. You want to ask the question you. What something every day? You want to put you in here in the middle somewhere. And you in here somewhere too. So every day, what's the question? Now, what's the question? If you want to talk about you, that's your homework. So let's go back to Helen. We're going to make questions about Helen. You can see in the picture, Helen is a waitress. She works in a restaurant. So the question is, every day we need does. What does she do every day? What does she do? She serves customers. Again, remember it's she, we need the S. She serves customers, we can say. And, again, it's the same thing. Now. So how do we make the question for now? Well, for now, we know we need the ing. What is she doing? What is she doing now? And the answer, she is walking. That's it. That's our verb for today. Don't forget your homework. Finish the questions for you. What are the questions for you? Thanks very much.